Dear Chief Acosta, the construction company where I was working as steelman claimed that I was a project employee and my services could be terminated after every project. I have been working with them continuously for 3 years. Recently, my boss told me not to report anymore as the project was already finished, and he will just submit a report to the Department of Labor and Employment about the termination of my service. I verified the matter before the DOLE and found out that no report was submitted. Can I be considered as regular employee? And what is the effect of the failure of the company to report about the termination of my services with the DOLE? Herald.
Dear letter sender, unemployment shall be considered regular if the requirements under Article 295 of Presidential Decree Number 442, known as the Labor Code of the Philippines, as amended and renumbered pursuant to Republic Act Number 10151, were met. Pursuant to that law, and I quote,
"The provisions of written agreement to the contrary notwithstanding and regardless of the oral agreement of the parties, unemployment shall be deemed to be regular where the employee has been engaged to perform activities which are usually necessary or desirable in the usual business or trade of the employer, except where the employment has been fixed for a specific project or undertaking the completion or termination of which has been determined at the time of engagement of the employee, or where the work or services to be performed is seasonal in nature, and the employment is for the duration of the season."
as stillman, you are performing a function that is necessary and desirable to the usual business of your employer, which is a construction company. Other than the statement of your employer branding you as a project employee, there is nothing in your narration to indicate that your employment was fixed for a specified project or undertaking and that its completion or termination was made known to you at the start of the engagement. If this holds true, then you are a regular employee who cannot be removed without any valid or just cause. The failure of your employer to report your termination after the project further bolsters your claim as a regular employee. This is in consonance with the pronouncement of the Supreme Court in the case of Square Meter Trading Construction and Pascual versus Court of Appeals, where the Supreme Court, speaking through retired Honorable Associate Justice Rosemary D. Carandang, stated that, and we quote,
In Samson, we also applied the reportorial requirement in Section 6.1 of said department order, to wit, 6.1 Requirements of Labor and Social Legislations. A. The construction company and the general contractor and/or subcontractor referred to in Section 2.5 shall be responsible for the workers in its employ on matters of compliance with the requirements of existing laws and regulations on hours of work, wages, wage-related benefits, health, safety and social welfare benefits, including submission to the DOLE Regional Office of the Work Accident Illness Report, monthly report on employees' terminations, dismissals, suspensions, and other reports. We have since consistently stressed the importance of this reportorial requirement for employers in the construction industry. In a line of cases, we have applied the well-established rule that the employer's failure to file termination reports after every project completion is proof that the construction workers are not project employees.
We hope that we were able to answer your queries. This advice is based solely on the facts that you have narrated and our appreciation of the same. Our opinion may vary when other facts are changed or elaborated. Tomorrow, we'll look into another question from our viewers and readers of Dear PAO. This is your host, Dr. Presida V. Rueda Acosta, DSD, and the Chief Public Attorney of the Republic of the Philippines. Goodbye for now.